So we are back, and now that we have taken care of Arachnos, we've gotten our first piece of an artifact. Don't remember where the other piece of that artifact is. Let me just double check that real quickly. I think if I look in the Great Book of Grudges, is this going to tell me? No. Wait a minute. I'm trying to remember where it is that you can see that. I know where it is. It's in the Forge. If we look at the artifact pieces, this is the one that we have. The other piece we need is the Dwarven neck yoke.
I shall punish the thieves who took it.
Ah, that's right. The Golden Tower. Okay, so whether this is by conquest or by alliance, we shall see. But I'm clearly not in any position to be taking that through conquest just yet. I do want to go ahead and get some skill level ups here. I think now that I've maxed out the correlers, that's all I'm going to do in the red line for the time being. I think we want to go ahead and broaden his ability to use all the different rune types.
Tried and tested.
We want, refresh my memory here, weapon master, yes. We want our Thane to be tougher in combat. Let's just take a look to see if we got any. Don't have any new magic items to assign. Okay, so strategic decision number 2. We obviously are going to have to worry about Skarbrand at some point. But of more immediate priority is probably conquering this second province, of which we have the most important settlement, but only one of the 3 total. So, Granite Massif, we could possibly settle it ourselves, or we could possibly wait for someone else to take it, attack them, and then not have to spend any troops. However, it might take a while for that to happen. We're not at war with anyone over here just yet, so it's probably relatively safe for us to colonize it ourselves. Just feel like it might be better to do that sooner rather than later. So let's go ahead and get... Well, we can't move this turn, of course, but... let's go ahead and get him moved closer to where... I guess there's really no reason for him to stay in our province. Get him as close as possible so that he can colonize it next turn, if that's what we choose to do. We really don't want the barracks to be our main building in the capital of the province. So we will probably build growth first. Going to want to get the resource going soon, but maybe not right away. Maybe some money with a trinket maker, maybe some defense. Kind of wait until next turn to see if for some reason Skarbrand is threatening already. Probably won't be. Nothing really to do in this province. I don't think there's going to be much to do diplomatically. We could go ahead and do a non-aggression pact with the City of Dawn, but I don't really see any advantage to it other than grabbing a tiny bit of money. How much would we get? 412. Not worth it. Not worth it. If we want to attack them, we don't want to have our hands tied. And Labaris would dislike us and declare war on us that much sooner. So let's go ahead and press on. I want to take a look at the relative strength of the Silver Dawn. Silver Hand, Silver Dawn, I don't remember. Okay. Not much going on during the intern. We need to only loot, raise, sack, or occupy 2 settlements to get 5,000 gold in Thorek's rune armor. It's imminently doable. Built 1 sparring chamber, destroyed another. Let's go ahead and get our...
Iron will.
This is 100 per turn. This would be 200 per turn. We're getting close to 700 per turn. We really need growth more than anything.
Time for a reckoning.
Now, can you settle?
Strong agrees. Move.
You can. Let's go ahead and settle. Not at war with anybody, not immediately threatened by anybody. Discovered Labaris and Clan Moors. I quite like Queek. He's one of my favorites to play, and I know that sounds strange, but just something about him I like. Most people, I think, would believe that he's one of the boringest Skaven factions, but not for me. Okay.
Ready?
Let's go ahead and do some hard to hit. Get him really, really tough so that he can be a huge part of our front line when we replace most of our warriors with quarrelers.
Something done right.
Let's go ahead and get him headed in this direction. And I'm not entirely sure whether we'll be able to reach Marek in 1 turn from here with the reduced campaign movement. Probably can't, but
for the wisdom of
we'll see. Okay, we'll get that going, but we do want to take Marek. It's unfortunate that they have built a garrison there. That's 17 units now. Not that we can't take it, but it's going to be a little bit tougher. And in terms of strength, the Silver Dawn is... Where are they? Here they are. Oh, they're quite weak. Quite weak. Labaris definitely already getting the upper hand on them. Not really surprising. Okay, we could do the non-aggression pact, just no reason to. Labaris is... 3 settlements, obviously. This is Marek, right? No, that's Lamia. Oh, they've taken Lamia. Okay, so this Labaris is over here. Oh, and there's High Queen Khalida right down here. Didn't realize that she was this close to us. Okay, sure enough, she's already taken Resetra. So, only a matter of time before she pushes up and takes Lamia, I believe.
Always our best.
What would she do if we get in her way by taking this? I don't think she would declare war on us right away, and I think she would take the longer way around, which could actually be to our advantage. The longer we can delay her finishing off the Silver Dawn, the longer it is before she declares war on us, and the better the chances of us declaring war on our terms. I don't think there's much question that we will eventually go to war with her, even though these provinces, these regions, are not great for us. She's just too big of a threat to leave her over here on our eastern flank, because we're going to want to eventually focus over in this direction, and we don't want to have the constant threat of being stabbed in the back from over here. So, enough talk. Let's go ahead and just make sure our buildings are building what our provinces are building what they can. We are 7 turns away from being able to get another level up, another tier up in any of those. And here we're a couple turns away before we're going to be able to get him up. I think diplomacy-wise, did I already look at this? Nothing to do. Nothing to recruit.
To war.
I don't have the money for it. I'm in March stance, and frankly, I need to be recruiting quarrelers when that's an option rather than more warriors. I think a size 17 army supported by an extra lord is enough for now. Okay. It all comes down to whether or not we can reach Marek this turn. If we can't, she's obviously going to get it first. Now look, either this is Skaven or this is actual ruins down here, and I think it's only a matter of time before the
What
lizards
brings you to my mighty forge?
get up there. No, we don't want a non-aggression pact. Okay. She trespassed, as the AI is wont to do. Yep, we cannot reach. So here we're already seeing more of the effect that the reduced campaign movement has. It completely changes the strategy here. So we have two options. We either wait for Labaris to finish off the Silver Dawn, or we go ahead and set ourselves up to attack her first while she's still engaged in fighting them, which I kind of like the idea of, and then opening the war on our terms. We cannot afford, unfortunately, to get the next level of the clan barracks. That's probably our cue to get some money going. We need more money.
By Grundy.
Do we want to? Well, it's going to be too long before that gets built, and I think we're going to want to.
Vengeance awaits.
We're going to want to attack her on our terms. So let's go ahead and get in a position here
Sweltering.
to attack and probably raise Resetra once she takes Marek. She's then going to turn around and probably attack us instead of finishing off Lamia. We'll wipe her out, and then she's going to be stuck in a two-front war with two enemies. So maybe it does make sense for us to not ally ourselves, but to sign a non-aggression pact with the Silver Dawn. The thing is, if we do this, just how much money would we get? 457. Enough for us to be able to buy the barracks, but not really enough for us, I don't think, to get tied down into a non-aggression pact that we might want to break with a with a faction that we don't have any long-term advantage by being allied with. So
It's like a furnace.
I think we're just going to stick with the plan for now. We're going to stab her in the back before she can stab us. Still kind of saving up my Oath Gold. I guess if I were to build that, whatchamacallit, what is this? What resource is this? This is obsidian. If we were to get ourselves some obsidian, is that this? Carved obsidian, okay. So we could get Ironbeard's axe, which is not bad, but not worth going all out for. nothing in terms of armor. Only half of what we would need for a Gatekeeper's Rat Catcher. And then enchanted items. Iron Warden's Tankard is obviously the big one that you want to get, just because it's so nice to have regeneration. We've already got the beer for that. All we really need now is the pottery. The closest pottery is over here. So that's going to take us a little while. And it'll be more likely that we get that via trade than through conquest anytime soon. Okay, what is that? The Border Princes, I think. We might discover them before too long, but probably not. Maybe if I sent a hero unit up there, but I need every hero unit I can spare for the battles that we're about to face. So let's go ahead and advance the turn. Next turn, if I can reach, I will probably attack this settlement down here. Okay, that's what we expected. We do know that because we were not able to reach Marek, she should not be able to reach us heading the other direction in one turn. I think if I can hit Resetra and then force march my way back towards Granite Massif, I'll be able to get back in time to defend it from her attack. It's the hope. Ambush foiled, that's fine. I only went into ambush stance because you get that slight chance of getting the trait. Okay, she's even a little bit dinged up. She has some good units, but they're not overall. They're not going to be as strong as a good Dwarven army. She is level 10 to our level 7, which is problematic, but again, not so much so that we want to change our strategy. So if we do go to war with her, can we extort some money
I sucked the marrow from his iron-flaked bones.
from them? A little bit more than 1,000. We're going to do it. An extra 1,000 to the dwarves at this stage of the game. It's pretty good. Obviously, can't assault her right now. Otherwise, we probably would. That would be a great idea. But we can reach Resetra here, and that's what we're going to do. Probably should have pulled out my Lord. Let me just see if there's any chance that he can march and get here. Looks like he should be able to. From here, should be close enough, right? Yes, okay. Again, we could auto-resolve, but we're not going to. Look at that. Oh, this is just going to be... This is almost one that is worth auto-resolving. I would not hold it against any players who do decide to auto-resolve this fight, but just not the habit I like to get into. And it really shouldn't take more than a couple minutes to fight. They will come towards us because of our Grudge Thrower. Because of our Quarrelers, not really ideal to fight in the trees. Let's go ahead and get our front line to where we can move them. Let's get these guys, one on this flank, one over here. Not really any strong need for much in the way of tactics in this fight. Let's get everybody except the Grudge Thrower selected. Grudge Thrower, go ahead and do your thing. Meanwhile,
Agreed.
we'll start marching. Let's go ahead and get the grudges thrown. Yeah, I like that. Let's go ahead and just knock out those skeleton archers. I think maybe one more shot and then we will switch to them. How are we doing here? Let's go ahead and get in position.
For Grim there.
Not him. We want him to be more like this.
Long be it.
I don't think there's really any reason to hold back these guys in reserve. Let's go ahead and get him moved forward to where we can drop some explosions in their path. Let's go ahead and do that. Pretty effective, okay. Quarreler here. Go ahead and knock them out. You. I'm just going to charge forward with Thorek. And maybe my Thane. Let's go ahead and get a speed boost. Let's get him attacking them. Let's get the Quarrelers angled like this where they can use enfilading fire. These guys are still in good shape, but they won't be much longer. These guys are obviously going to break. These Quarrelers moving kind of slow, but it is what it is. Fire on them, please. You guys haven't taken care of business yet. You guys haven't taken care of business yet. You, let's go ahead and continue to buff up everybody here. Let's go ahead and get these guys involved in the fighting. No reason not to. Let's get him moving towards them. I think we could speed this up at this point. There was probably never any reason not to do that, other than it takes me a few moments to micro. Okay, can't ask for really much more than having 0 casualties. I guess I could occupy this settlement, but no, that's a terrible idea because I need my army to go back and defend the settlement that I just colonized. 0 money, always good. Gotta love the dwarves. So we'll sack it, get a little bit of oath gold, a little bit of money, push us back. Oh, wow, look at that, already completed that, that's awesome, okay. We'll definitely take Thorek's armor. I should have clicked on this just to make sure now. I can't really tell for sure, but I'm assuming that she can't move further in a turn than we can. And since we couldn't make that trip in one turn, she should not be able to either.
Summon me if you dare.
If she does, if for some reason that is a miscalculation, then it's really nothing more than an important learning experience, and we'll just we'll destroy her then.
What's up?
Nothing really to do still. We could get... We've got the money now. We can go ahead and get our buildings up a little bit. We are going to need 4,500 in a few turns to be able to level up to tier 3 in that province. Over here it is going to be still a couple of turns before we're able to level up him, and that's going to be 2,500. So we should keep in the back of our minds about 7,000 gold reserved for being able to upgrade settlements, which really means we can't spend any for the next few turns. Let's go ahead and do, I think maybe in the interest of trying to see where we stand with the lizard men, and also to not have to worry about the bowmen of Orion down here. Where are they? Here. We don't want to have to worry about them attacking us, so it might be good to have slightly better relations with them. We're stable in terms of our public order here. We are losing public order here, but that's okay because this is where our armies are. In terms of our objectives, we have one more for Not On My Watch, which will be another 1,500 gold. We are almost certainly not going to want to confederate Karak Azul. 30 new units, that's going to take us a while. This tooltip is wrong in terms of most battles won by a single hero. 0, that's obviously not true. Research technologies, we only need 2 more of those, and then capture 3 full provinces. We're a little while away from that. Okay, so let's go ahead and just check diplomacy one last time. Wait a minute, what was this? Oh, that's a non-aggression pact that we don't want. Okay. Alright, so here's the question. What is Labaris going to do? How is she going to react? She's recruiting, but from a settlement that she just took, she can really probably only recruit chaff. It looks like she recruited a lord and then had them walk away. Don't really see how she was able to do that in the same turn. But, oh, yeah, no. Okay, so she didn't even move her army towards Granite Massif. Well, she will soon, I believe. She's still...
Be sure to put your oath gold to good use, my lord. The forge allows you to craft unique and powerful equipment or mighty runes to bestow upon your most favored warriors.
Okay, yes, that is a good reminder because I'm now up to almost 200. Confederation, okay, Manfred. And we can now build some growth here. Getting over 1,000 a turn, that's good. We are going to go into ambush stance. Not that we are likely to succeed at any ambushes. It's 40% here, 50% here. Yep, take 50%, that's better than 40%. Go ahead and move him into the settlement. I kind of think that once she recruits up to a 20 stack, she's going to come down this way. And if she gets to here, she's going to discover our ambusher, because of course she is. But she might be in a position where we can counterattack before she can get away. That is the plan.
Ready?
And
What?
as Helmut von Moltke said, no plan ever survives first contact with the enemy, so I'm sure it will all change very, very soon. Anything to do diplomatically?
Glade Lord.
Negative.
The goddess wills it.
Okay, let's see if she comes towards us. Oh, wow, that worked better than I expected. Okay. Obviously, we're going to fight this. Ambush, dwarves are essentially worthless in ambush. It's not like we're going to be able to use our lightning fast speed to fall on them before they can get set. So the fact that it's an ambush is not that big of a deal, but the fact that it will wipe out her army if we win, that's a really big deal. So let's fight this to win. Obviously could have already resolved it, but what would be the fun in that? So our other lord and our settlement garrison, such as it is, it's probably pretty pitiful, are going to come in from the north side. So it makes more sense, I think, for us to set up over here. Just in case we get in any trouble, we'll be reinforced from our rear rather than from the other side of the map. I'm going to thin out my warriors because most of their units are not going to be able to punch a hole through a thin line, but they do have plenty of them. So we're going to go ahead, run a thin front line with really no reinforcing line at all. No reserves. We're going to set up our grudge thrower. We're going to pull back a little bit because no, actually we're already at maximum range to be able to even hit any of his units, so maybe we want to move forward a little bit even. Let's go ahead and get our 3 Lord/Heroes, our 3 characters. There we go. Let's keep Thorek in the middle. Let's keep our runesmith over on that side and our Thane over on this side. Spread out their leadership bonuses a little bit. Let's see what they do. We're going to open fire on them. In fact, I'm going to target the Nehikara warriors, I think. I will obviously want to target the Screaming Skull catapults. Okay, I just realized I don't know why they do this. CA, why don't you please fix ambush battles? You put them right next to their escape point. Right next to it. Where actually their most vulnerable units are the first to be able to escape. However, yeah, I'm going to move everybody closer. But I don't want to put myself into a really vulnerable... I mean, I'm dwarves. My dwarves are not going to be able to run them down before they mostly all escape, if that's what they want to do. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get... at least I now can target his Screaming Skull catapults right away. So we'll do that. Now, is he going to turn and fight? Or is he going to try to run away? Going to run away. Well, some of his units are, and some of them aren't. And I'm now moving. It's not quite what I meant to do. Let's get you firing on them, I guess. Yeah. Alright, well, being dwarves, this ambush backfired spectacularly. If they don't turn around and fight, we have no chance to catch up to them. Really, really not well fought on my part. The question is, does their army get wiped out because they lost and they were in March stance? This is an experiment because I'm not sure the answer to that. If they do get wiped out, not moving. Let's get everybody else except for you moved forward. I don't think they're going to turn around at this point, though. We did some damage to them. If they're not destroyed, then we'll see what happens, but I think they're going to be destroyed, which is kind of feels like an exploit, which makes me feel bad. But I'm not sure if it's going to work out that way. If it is, it's a learning experience so that we know that that will happen, and we'll have to try harder to not allow that to happen in the future. Obviously, it's a huge advantage for us if their whole army gets wiped out. It's just also immersion breaking. And I don't like taking advantage of stupid AI. How did they lose 6 units? Is that... well, I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and do the money and oath gold again. I would like the growth, I just don't want to be limited in terms of having to stay within my own borders. And sure enough, their army was destroyed. Okay, well. What a sensational victory! Word around the dwarf holds. They rejoice in the stunning victory that Thorek has achieved. Okay, so defeated High Queen Khalida, we get plus 30 relations with the vampire counts, which is not nothing, but for the most part, I want to be fighting the vampires. And plus 2 recruit rank for missile units. That is excellent. Okay. Got a lot of buildings built. Oh, wait a minute, what are these wars? We got Manfred and the Golden Legion, and Numas, and is that Morgir? Or Malagar? I don't remember which one that is. We got some ranks because of
Thorek Ironbrow.
that incredibly difficult fight that we just won. We obviously do want to get Marek next turn. We can't reach it this turn, so we were going to want to get it next turn. So we might as well go ahead and do the very slight bit of raiding for money.
Arcane wisdom.
This is Thorek. I've finished off the red line for now, so it is worth improving his other abilities. Level 12 before we can get his unique line. Rune of Grimnir, missile resistance. I do like to get that relatively early, but obviously, well, yeah, they have skeleton archers. It's probably worth going ahead and getting that.
Tried and tested.
Forge Fire is going to get me a permanent debuff in the area around him. That's pretty nice.
If you want something done
And
right,
let's get his... yeah, we're not fighting greenskins anymore. Let's go ahead and get his melee defense higher. We're in a position now where we'll take Marek next turn.
let us begin.
Let's go ahead and get him.
Throng agrees. Moving.
I doubt if he can actually reach.
By the grudge
He
bearer's
cannot.
will.
He could only pillage in our own province.
Grudges will be settled. All right.
Oh dear, is he gonna take... he's gonna take Marek. You know what? We might end up going to war with both of them. Because I want this settlement in order to be able to finish the province. And I really don't want to keep expanding over here. If I don't go to war with Silver Dawn, then the two of them may keep fighting for a while, which is advantageous to us. But I end up leaving the same issue with I don't finish this province, and I don't And I still have the risk of the dagger in the back. 2 turns away from growth here. 1 turn away from growth here. Nothing to do with my armies.
Azray.
And nothing to do diplomatically. Okay, let's give it another turn. Couldn't really see what Labaris did. City of Dawn has taken it. All I really need to do now... Ooh, I just took a look at the units in his army. His army's tougher than I expected. He's got corpse carts. I thought I saw a Mortis engine, but I guess not. Corpse carts aren't that big of a deal. So here's the real question. Is this likely to be his only army?
This night.
Probably so. I think in terms of our relative strength, the fact that we're a little bit stronger than him leads me to believe that's his only army.
Unbending. I will alone.
The garrison army, super weak. I do believe we won't have any difficulty defeating them. The only question is, does it make strategic sense for us to do that? I would like to get on the good side of Krokgar because he's quite strong. He's got an artifact piece that we want, and we're very likely to soon be confronting him in this area over here. Hopefully as friends. He is not fighting anybody that I can declare war on. Ordinarily, I feel like you need to limit the number of wars that you're involved in. And it's silly to start a second war when you could fight one. I obviously could just march right down here and take Resetra and maybe either keep it, raise it, who knows what. Continue to weaken Labaris. But we're going to do something that I would normally consider to be dumb, but just don't really want to keep this area unstable and at risk before I move west. So we're going to attack them. They're not at war with anybody else that we can get money from, I presume. They are not. All right. Let's do it.
All ways are best.
Declare war.
You're overruled. Thorek and Ad.
Decisive victory. They've got those crypt horrors, but really, okay. All of their unknown units that I couldn't see turned out to be not really any big deal. Let's go ahead and get our lord up here. Let's go ahead and fight this real quick. Get ourselves a second battle for this video. Probably a more entertaining video having made this strategic blunder, if indeed it is a blunder. Okay. Kind of already in the formation,
For the ancestors!
the basic formation I would want anyway.
Kazoo!
Cannot see them. Let's go ahead and... Now let's draw up our lines a little bit better here. Thorek in the middle, Runesmith to the left, Thane to the right. What did I forget? My Quarrelers. Let's get both of our Quarrelers over here to the right, since they're more likely to be on that flank. Let's push forward until we can see them.
As you like.
Speed things up. Are they coming towards us or are they waiting for us? Don't really like how it seems like we are always at the terrain disadvantage, no matter whether we're the ones instigating a fight or not. It just seems like 9 times out of 10 the game puts the player at a disadvantage when it comes to the high ground. Okay, they are not coming towards us, so we'll go ahead and get the high ground, and then we will open fire with our grudge throwers. Why am I not speeding up? Our grudge throwers are in easy range, but now they're pulling back. Come on, guys, don't make this more boring than it needs to be. Reinforcements have arrived.
Victory will be ours.
Get you up here.
Range far, range fast.
How are we doing? Yeah, okay. We're still within range, so that's good. We'll leave them on fire at will. We'll fire at... What do we want to fire at? We want to be in guard mode.
We stay.
We might as well fire at Cryptors, maybe?
They won't miss fire.
Can I do that without moving? Yes, I can. Okay. Here they come. He's got one very much weakened flying unit, and then a couple of others that look like they could be flankers. So let's get over here to deal with them. He does have dire wolves over here on this flank as well. So let's get one, keep one unit of Quarrelers over on that side. We want these Quarrelers to prioritize those flying units or the dire wolves. We're going to refuse this flank over here. Does he have archers? No, these are vampire counts. They're not going to have any archers. That's the skeleton archers that I was thinking of from Tomb Kings. I'm not going to charge in with my line. I'm going to leave my line nice and clean, nice and straight. Quarrelers where they can be very easily supported. Speed things up for just a second here. Yeah, those dire wolves are already in bad shape. We're going to turn our Quarrelers around, focus on the Cryptors, which I think are larger than human size. Yeah, they're large size, so good target for the Quarrelers. We want these Quarrelers to shoot at the Fellbats, who are probably going to attack our Grudge Thrower. We want a Runesmith to get some explosions down. See if we can get 2 of his units though. We did. Let's get Thorek once the Fellbats are taken care of. We'll get Thorek. Let's go ahead and get our units buffed a little bit there. Thorek, take care of the Fellbats, please. Then get over to where you can reinforce the front line. Let's go ahead and get these guys up there. Let's go ahead and get them. I thought they were firing at the Fellbats. I guess the Fellbats are gone. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and get Thorek in there. Let's see. We can't do another rune yet. These guys have no abilities to use. Let's go ahead and fire, I guess, at whatever's hanging back. You know what? Let's fire. Which one of these is are they both wizards? They're both wizards. Let's actually fire it as wizards, which are likely to stand still. Let's fire at the corpse cart. Let's fire from here at this corpse cart. We're taking some damage. Where are we taking damage the most? Right in the middle. Where's Thorek? Okay, let's get these guys buffed with their armor. What's my runesmith doing? Nothing. Let's get everybody buffed with their melee attack. And let's go ahead and get the runesmith engaged. These guys are holding up, these Cairn Wraiths are holding up pretty well against our Ironbreakers. Everything else, though, the right flank is going quite well.
Come together, lads. Axes out.
Those Cairn Wraiths are really actually causing a little bit more trouble than I expected. Perfect timing then. Oh, they are still engaged. Thought I had a unit there that was not fighting anything. These things look like they're not fighting when you look at the unit card down here.
We demand blood.
But yet they really look like they are engaged. I get so confused. Let's go ahead and keep buffing everybody here. Let's maybe use another explosion. I cannot effectively use it on the Cairn Wraith, so I'll do it over here. This looks good. Oh, one of my units is going to break.
Axes out, lads. Vengeance.
Down to 44 warriors here. I wonder how much of that is because of the wizards doing wizardly things over there. How are we doing up here? We're winning on the right flank. Let's go ahead and get these Coralers around. Why are you not firing at them? Look at this. Those Cairn Wraiths have kind of flanked around. That's annoying. They've gotten around my Ironbreakers. Come on, Ironbreakers, do your job. Fights like this, you can really see the difference that the Longer Battles mod makes. Definitely time to kind of see the tactics unfold in a battle like this. It's exacerbated by the fact that these are dwarves, where everything is slow and defensive to begin with. Let's go ahead and get this area buffed up some more. Let's go ahead and get them buffed up even more. Cairn Wraiths here are just about destroyed. That means that probably all over the place he's going to be falling to pieces. Yeah, what do we got here? Not good, guys. Let's get all of our heroes here. And let's get our Quarrelers firing at him as well. He snuck a hero through while I was not paying attention. Oh. Should be turning off fire at will on those guys. Probably did more more damage to my own troops there than I did to them.
Back in! War machine ready!
What is he? He's a wizard. Let's go ahead and get our heroes buffed up some more. Let's take him down as fast as we can. Let's reduce his speed, because we want him dead.
We have scores to settle.
DED, dead.
To attack! Attack the Orcs!
Falling to pieces everywhere else. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'll take that. Good place to probably wrap up the next video. Finish conquering our second province. Started a completely unnecessary war. Like to keep things exciting. Okay. A little bit of money this time. Got a full level. And we're going to occupy.
This'll do for starters.
I believe here we are going to want to not confederate with Karakazul. We haven't discovered them. We have no idea what their strategic situation is, but I'm just going to assume that they're being overwhelmed by Skaven and or Greenskins. Not really something that I want to jump into the middle of. All three of these options are to confederate with them, so we're going to do Dwarven Conviction. We're going to get a little bit of a boost to our campaign movement range, which is great. And recruiting surplus for 10 turns as well, which is nothing to sneeze at. And we like our independence. Yes, we do. Oh, got a student. That's good. Mission successful? Yeah, of course. Okay. Quick glance at all these messages here. Okay, lots of levels gained. Let's go. We'll do the end turn before we end the video. Lost no units, that's good, but we did get pretty dinged up. We want to maybe... That's definitely a good option. Rune Master is worthwhile, but probably not the priority. And Locus of Power, I had forgotten all about this. It would have been good for us to get Thorek up there fighting his wizards. Totally forgot about that. Anyway, we want to go ahead and get the Anvil Guard for now.
As you like.
We got, what do we want here? Rune of Breaking. Give it a second. There we go. This is a 33-second buff that sunders armor. Rune of Negation. Give it a second. There we go. Damage resistance, that's really good. And Ward Breaker. Oh, that's even better. Okay. Missile resistance minus 10% for enemy armies. And I think that's a permanent debuff, right? Yes. Okay, great.
Arcane
Now we
wisdom.
have the Thane. Let's go ahead and get a Deadly Blade. And
For
we
the
have our other
wisdom
Lord,
of Valea.
who is going to go with... We can do charge, we can do hit points, we can do fighting against greenskins. Let's do hit points, and at some point we'll start taking the red line with him so that he can build up an army as well. Teller of Tales, no reason not to have it. And let's see, can we get the student on somebody? Yes, we can. Okay.
Hammer and anvil.
Alright, healing up you. Let's get you...
Aye, grudges will be settled.
So here's the thing. Are we going to want to attack Lamia? Or are we going to want to attack Labaris, or are we going to want to wait for them to come to us? We're going to leave that until next time to decide. In the meantime, get our province capital here, working its way up. Let's go ahead and get some growth going. Let's get some more research done, militia training, why not? Don't think there's much to do diplomatically. We are still very high, which is good. That's why we did not ever accept the non-aggression pact. Look at that. Look at that. Boy, this is a Skavenish thing to do, isn't it? To declare war on them, capture one of their cities,
I can tell.
turn around and make peace with them.
The goddess wills it.
But that's good, because we want them fighting each other. We've gotten our province, gives us time to build up our defenses here. We're now back to only fighting a single enemy. Perfect. And I should be doing more with our Oath Gold, but there'll be time to do that next turn at the beginning of the next video. Let's go ahead and advance the turn. Supervisor trait, very good. Pretty successful turn that just happened. Here comes Labaris. We're going to need to, I think, fast march back to Granite Massif. I'm just assuming that we'll be able to defeat that army. I don't think Labaris could possibly have reconstituted a formidable army so quickly. But I didn't really look at the balance of power, and I probably should have done that. But we will do all of that when we reassess at the beginning of the next video. So I think that is all for now. Hopefully this has been entertaining. It's been enjoyable for me. And thanks everyone for watching.